Good afternoon, good evening, and good morning. We are back consistently, weekly. I'm with Dan today. Dan.
Hiya.
Thanks.
You're right.
Thanks for joining this afternoon.
12
o'clock.
Well, it's a special afternoon because today is Robert's birthday.
It sure is.
And I've got him something.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Oh, wow.
Right here.
Actually. Wow.
It's all yours, mate. Don't
Cheers.
spend it all at once.
The listeners will have to tune into the video to see that wonderful gift. So that dates the podcast immediately because the last two...
I didn't know whether to do that or not because...
No, it's fine. It's all good. I mean, it's not that deep. We're not talking about anything time sensitive.
I don't know when your birthday is.
No, but so yesterday when I recorded two podcasts, on one when it was just me, I was like, it's my birthday tomorrow. And then on the Bridie one, Bridie's like, oh, it's your birthday tomorrow.
Well, there
so
we go.
So the curtain has been exposed. These are all being recorded in relatively quick succession. But you know what? The train never stops, not even on the birthday.
And at least you get content. It's better than no content, isn't it?
I mean, they're not even moaning, but it's just me moaning.
I'm moaning for them now, and I'm telling them not to moan at the same time.
People who watch the podcast generally don't really moan.
No, lovely people. My favourite kind of people, the podcast people.
But my favourite people are just people who don't moan.
Yeah.
I
moan all the time, though.
Well, exactly. Hey, that's a zero sugar, but it's green, that Monster.
Yeah, and it tastes like normal Monster.
How come you went for that? You normally go for the white one.
Because they had none white ones left. The Ultra, they're called. If you've watched Craig McInnes's story or video that he did, you'll see that Ultra is my favourite.
I do get on with Craig, but I've not seen his story.
Don't know what it is with Monster at the minute, right? So...
Can I just say it's mental anyone chooses to drink a Monster instead of a coffee? I should have got a coffee actually before this.
I don't like hot drinks. And cold,
I know, but that's insane.
Cold coffee's me. I just like the flavour. But at the minute, people seem to be putting out Monster content without any like sponsorship or ads or all like that, and it's very weird. So Craig McInnes did one at Slam Dunk, where he was just asking people what their favourite Monster is, and
Frankenstein's.
Yeah, and it's like. It's an okay video, but I don't understand why. And then
maybe because everyone at Slam Dunk's a goth and drinks that.
A good point, actually.
Probably
moshers,
like prides themselves on being known as like I drink the Monster. Do you know what I mean?
I like Red Bull's the one though, isn't it? It's just
I'd rather have a Red Bull.
But our very own Jake Varley's done one.
What?
So he made a video for Slam Dunk. Pretty much about Monster drink, and I don't understand what it is because he's not sponsored. He's not got going with them. It's like I don't get it.
Maybe he does. Maybe he's been told there needs to be some brand awareness or something.
But then I don't know. Wouldn't he have to put it as PR or add on his Insta? Report him now.
I don't know if you do need to do that. I think if you've been paid, I mean, so like I don't really understand. So I know like when we've got a sponsor, we have to be like. We have to tick the box on YouTube that says paid promotion included, and that just adds a little flag, so you know as the viewer they're going to shill something in this video.
Yeah, they've sold out.
But I think with Instagram, so like when we don't get flown to a lot of events or like sent to a lot of events. Like in fact, in the history of TPD, we've only been actually sent to 3 events, 2 of which you went to.
Rise. Got flown to snowbombing.
Rise and snowbombing last year, and
God, snowbombing last year was good.
Yeah, it was. And Rock in Rio, which was amazing. Rio, but even then, I don't think you need to put like PR trip
because I see all Insta girlies do it.
I know. I think with them, it's a bit more cut and dry because that is the Instagram is their product.
I guess so. Yeah.
Whereas with us, it's like. Do I need to put PR trip for a personal photo of me at Rock in Rio on my Instagram? Yeah. Probably not. But it's made clear in the video, which is that's why the festival is sorting us out, because the video is a decent bit of marketing. It's clear on there that like it's been sorted. So I don't think Jake would necessarily need to do that. I mean, maybe he's just decided to do it because he likes Monster. I've never seen him drink Monster, but I don't want to muddy his waters if he is working with something.
I do. Fuck him. But no,
he told me he fucking hates Monster.
Yeah, he said Red Bull only. But it was just a weird video. He woke up, had a sip of his Monster. He'd brush his teeth with the Monster. He'd go downstairs, make himself a bowl of cereal with the Monster and eat it. Then,
did he actually?
Yeah.
Oh.
And then he made himself a brew. I think he put Monster in the kettle. I can't remember.
Maybe it's
He had
just.
a shower where he poured Monster over his head. Like,
I mean,
it's just
I mean,
just a weird video.
I wish he'd get ready that quickly.
Yeah, so do I. It was like 2 minutes and it was done.
But maybe it's just because Monster is synonymous with like rock and moshers and stuff.
I guess so.
And
Actually a bit weaker than the normal one. This.
yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, I don't want to shoot myself in the foot in case Monster want to sling us a bag one day, but I don't really like Monster.
Yeah.
No. It's got like it's a bit too like sweet in a specific way. I know like Red Bull's really sweet, Rockstar Energy's really sweet. I think I do like the mango Monster.
You're more of a Red Rooster kind of guy.
The old off-brand supermarket.
The blue.
Do you remember when we did the endless set list that time?
God,
Did you do that? It was us, wasn't it?
Yeah, we just bought loads of. It was Red Rooster as well, wasn't it?
Yeah. So
loads of cans.
there's this game mode on Rock Band, the video game called the Endless Set List, and it's fucking beautiful. Do you know what? Should have done one like this coming weekend for my birthday.
Oh yeah.
Because it's like a zero budget, good hangout that. But it's basically a set game mode where you just play every song in difficulty order as a solo or as a full band, and we did it as a full band a few times, haven't we?
Yeah. What was the original? It was Ash Walker, you, me, and Mary.
Yeah, so Mary was on
Metallic Oranges.
Yeah, Mary was on the vocals. Were you on the drums?
We switched about with drums
Did
and
we?
guitar
Cool.
because I had to do your bass pedal, didn't I, for the final song for Iron Maiden Run to the Hills.
That wouldn't have been me.
It was definitely you.
No, because I'll have been on guitar because it would have been expert, wouldn't it? And no one else.
But he was expert on drums, and no one else
Yeah.
played expert.
Yeah, I think you played a bit of expert, didn't you?
I started into it, but I would have been nowhere near Run to the Hills.
Run to the Hills is a quite a simple bass part. It's a difficult song, but it's all on the hi-hat. But let's agree to disagree, though I am better than that. There are times where we've needed to like get three of us around the drum kit for a song and like be like, I remember me and I'll come back to the endless set list in a sec, but me and Ash Walker, who, you know, we don't get to see enough now, but I mean, a lot of viewers won't know about Ash, and that's by design. Ash doesn't really want any of the spotlight, but you went to primary school with him.
Yeah.
We went to high school with him. I went to college with him, and just a real top dude. And we spent a lot of time together in like 2008, 2009, 2010. But we were playing the endless set list, just me and him. And there's a song on Rock Band 2 called Visions, and it's like like a proper blast beat, like really fast paced, like metal as fuck. And we just couldn't pass it. And
It's because you needed me.
so we got like, I'd be doing like the bass pedal and the green, and he'd be doing like the rest of the toms and the guitar or something.
How the fuck?
And we kept failing to the point where it was like, we need to come back to this tomorrow, but you can't pause then the set list.
Oh yeah.
So we just left the Xbox running for like a full 24 hours.
So you get the red ring.
Literally, yeah, I think he did get a red ring. But anyway, so we were doing an endless set list, and we went to the shop and we bought a load of knockoff Red Bull, didn't we?
Yeah. Like literally fucking loads.
We must have had like at least, if I remember correctly, the denomination was, we got one of those, was it like a 1.5 litre bottle? Remember those grey opaque bottles?
I don't think it was a 1.
But then we had,
it's maybe like 0.75 or 1 litre.
But you know the type of bottle where it's like a silvery grey, and then a 6-pack each.
Yeah.
And like by like the fourth song, I'd had like my fourth can. Like you just can't imagine that now. Remember at Glastonbury when me and Raz had the fucking monsters?
Oh yeah.
That was so dumb.
Going to bed soon after this artist going to bed. Let's have
Elton
some
John.
monsters.
It was just after Elton John.
Yeah, need to drink them.
No. So what it was Elton John was closing out Glastonbury.
Fucking great set.
It was good, that, wasn't it? And we wanted to get drunk, but like the bars were not serving or something. There was some reason why we couldn't get drunk.
Wasn't it we ran out of mixers?
Well, no, because this was it. So we had vodka.
Yeah.
We wanted to drink the vodka, but the only mixers that the bar had was Monsters.
Yeah.
So we had essentially a litre of Monster and vodka, and we were just wired, and I don't know why it hit us so hard, but we're just laid in bed at like 5 in the morning, just wide awake, staring at the roof of the tent, like, Raz, are you awake? Yep. Like before I've even finished my sentence. Honestly, you'd think he was on something else, but he wasn't.
He's a good boy, Raz. He doesn't do what else.
Aye. We just got back from Miami.
Yeah.
You have a good time?
I had a fucking best time. Like
I had a best time.
I said I think they can judge. It were great. Arguably the best place we've been in America, I think. Florida as a whole has just been. In fact, I actually really like New York.
New York was great.
I fucking loved New York. Great city.
Yeah.
But no, Miami, like, amazing place. Smaller than I expected for the actual like place where there's good stuff to do. The rest of it's just a city where people live.
Yeah.
But no, beautiful. Not as vibrant as I expected. I expected it to be like all
Neon
like neons everywhere and like everything looking freshly painted and really well kept. And it was to a certain degree. But not incredible.
I was surprised how busy it was. I've been working on the video. Yesterday I did like 12 straight hours working on that video. Jesus. And I've really got it to a place I'm really happy with. I think it's a good video that I guess the audience will have seen it by now, so you can be the judge, but I'm really happy with it. But there is bits where like I've deliberately tried to find like neon. I remember as we were walking down like Ocean Drive or whatever it's called, and it's like, where's the neon? Then we'd see someone, I'd just stop for a bit just because I want to capture that like aesthetic of. But yeah, I think it probably was the best place I've been.
It was great.
The struggle is at first I said to you guys in the chat, I was like in the like Miami chat or whatever it is, the Rockville group chat, I was like, oh, the video's a bit miserable, and it was, and it's just because I think
the weather was. Yeah,
the weather's grey, and we're obviously playing up to the fact that it's warm. Like, so like by the time we've got off the plane, we've said it's warm like 5 or 6 times, and that's deliberate. Like it comes from like the in-betweeners where they go. Is it where they go to?
Is it Magaluf and get off and it's like it's warm.
Yeah, a bit too warm. And I think there's an exact quote of that in there and in a lot of our videos. But people take that so literally and sometimes like, so in the Rockville video there was a few comments and it wasn't negative comments, but it was like, God, did you think it was warm? They didn't mention it enough. But that's kind of what we're going for. We're going for like we're totally far away from home.
Yeah. And to be honest, like, have you ever been to Florida in 32-degree heat when it's 80% humidity?
They probably have.
My Lord, you can't even sweat to cool down.
It's horrible, isn't it? But so it is a bit grim and grey, and then the video kind of kicks in at about the 10-minute mark when we actually go into Miami.
Yeah.
But what a shame about the drive in to Miami in that taxi. Do you remember?
I don't know what you mean.
So we're driving into Miami in the taxi.
I remember it being a bit
but so we're driving into Miami for the first time ever, right? Remember when we're driving into Vegas for the first time?
Oh,
like,
yeah.
That's a real core memory.
MB sat on back.
Yeah. So this one, we're crammed into Buick with Michelle driving, listening to Coldplay.
Oh, shit, yeah. God, the entire fucking drive.
And it wasn't just Coldplay. I mean, Coldplay don't have too many fast songs, but it was like Coldplay ballads.
Like slow jams?
And then it was like a lullaby, like instrumental toy piano renditions of Coldplay.
So weird.
It's like, God, I haven't been listening to fucking Vice City soundtrack for the last month to then have my first Miami exposure be Chris Martin droning on in my fucking ear.
You didn't fucking stop either. Like, just put the radio on.
I almost said to her, like, Michelle, can I link up? Come on, love. Fucking hell.
The one thing I've noticed about the drivers over there is the drivers in like Miami and Florida, the taxi drivers, don't talk. You go to LA, they want to chat with you. They want to like.
We had that really rude one, didn't we?
Oh God, yeah.
He was a real prick.
Dick. What an actual dick. So there was a bloke who was our taxi driver, picked us up. Everybody said hello to him, said nothing at all. Then I was like, how are you doing?
Ignored.
So then it was like, there was a bit of an air then because it was like, it's not saying oh. Then we stopped and it was like, I must have said just something along the lines of, thanks mate, cheers. Nothing.
Literally.
Like, everyone said thank you, nothing. Just so blatantly ignorant. Have a nice day. Nothing. Like, what the fuck?
We had it in Walmart when we did our Walmart shop, and me and Mez were at the checkout, the shop for Rockville where we got all the supplies and stuff. Once again, a load of stuff, just in case they don't know. But like,
video's already out.
But you don't see us go to Walmart.
Oh, we had a good Subway.
No, that's actually a different trip to Walmart. They do see that one.
Oh, did they?
Yeah, because we went to Walmart twice, didn't we? We went to get the pillows.
Yeah.
Because they were trying to charge us $75 fucking each to rent pillows and bedding, which is insane. And that Subway was good. But guy on the till was like, "Hi mate, you all right?" Totally ignored. Blasting through the stuff. I commented on like the bag system because I think that's really clever.
The spinny one, yeah. It's good, that.
No response from him. No, not even like, he's just autonomous. He looks a bit like a Android user, so I start talking to Mary about like Shine Down and Corn being on and stuff, thinking maybe, you know, maybe he'll spark up a conversation or something. Nothing. Then at the end, like, "Thanks mate, thanks a lot, cheers." Nothing.
Mental. See, I had the complete opposite, because I went into the liquor bit, didn't I?
Because it's separate, innit?
Because it's separate. And the two staff in there was
two staff.
There was an older woman and a lad about our age. Just the friendliest people ever. Like, they were chatting with them, and I was in and out of the store because at first, like, I went in, didn't have my card.
So because they don't do Apple Pay, do they, in Walmart?
Yeah. Oh no, I went in looking for some, I think it was a vape, and then came back out, and then went back to go and get alcohol, and then didn't have a card, so I had to come back out, and then they saw me walk into RV and then walking back, and like, "Oh, yo, is that your Winnebago?" And I was like, "Oh, the RV."
It's not a Winnebago, it's a Ford.
I was like, "The RV." Yeah, and he's like, "Oh, sick, man. Where you going?" And just chatting with him about Rockville, and he goes, "Oh, I might have to jump in the back of that with you." And I was like, ha, yeah.
I mean, I remember that gay guy. Were you with us when we was in Target and he kept saying, "Mind the gap"? Were you there? That might have been.
No, I don't remember.
That might have been for
Chell.
Oh yeah, something, maybe one of the ones you weren't at. But he was this basically super camp guy who just loved London, and he was just so nice.
Oh no, I was there quite a couple of years ago now. Yeah.
And he was just saying like, "Mind the gap," and just chatting to us nonstop. I was like, God, I wish we could fucking take you with us, mate. Like,
wonder why you want to take him with you?
What? Because he's a good guy.
Okay, yeah.
Hey, listen, mate. You get pent up in those fucking spaces. I'll take what I can get.
You're telling me, mate.
Fucking hell.
But no, like, just that must be the complete polar opposite, because they were genuinely lovely. Like, the woman, I wanted to marry her.
Yeah,
they were great.
Oh, that's all it takes, ladies.
But no, very, very nice interaction at Walmart, that, which is rare to have. Like, usually it's someone who just can't be asked working there.
Doing the Walmart shop is one of my least favourite bits of a transatlantic.
You just don't like shopping.
I like shopping, mate. I just don't like supermarkets.
Yeah.
I love going shopping.
See, I don't mind supermarket.
I
bet you didn't go and help your mum with weekly or monthly shop, did you?
I mean, I didn't really need to, because, like, no disrespect here, but my parents were together, so they do it as it's not a diss, but our home wasn't fractured and broken, so we.
Thank you.
So I didn't really need to do too much. My dad would take her to shop and help her with all bags and stuff, but I think my hatred from being in supermarkets honestly stems from doing the shopping videos.
Really?
I hated doing the shopping videos. I liked it for maybe 2 years.
Yeah.
But then after like the 12th one, I just hated making them.
It was just the same video every time as well.
It was. And
we'd always buy the same stuff.
Literally. And do you know what? You can say like, "Oh, Coachella's the same every time." But at least then we're at Coachella. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah,
like,
we're not
like the reward is like, I'm happy putting out a samey video knowing that it'll break even and we're having a great time. Yeah. Like, we can be a bit selfish. But with the shopping video, there's no reward at all, aside from like some subscribers.
Yeah, and a bit of food.
Yeah.
Bit of drink.
But like,
well, we stopped buying drink then, didn't we? We'd get it later on also.
We would. But so because we needed to make the shopping video funny, it was just basically who can act like the biggest wanker in public, which Bridie always won.
Oh, every time.
But it was just so uncomfortable, like being in the supermarket and like stuff's being thrown around, and it just, we would always rectify like anything that, or remedy anything that we like messied up or like muddled up. Like if someone was like punching the loaf of bread, we would rectify that. Like, but
how do you rectify unpunching it?
Unpunching it, just buying it probably. But I just hated it. And then another annoying thing about the shopping video was, for it to get any traction, it needed to be like out a week or like 3-4 days in advance of the festival.
Yeah.
Which meant we had to do it probably 5 days in advance of the festival. Which meant then we've got to have the willpower to not eat all the squares.
Oh God, yeah.
And all the shit.
I didn't have that willpower.
Well, there's a note that we've got, and it's like down Jake's download food, and it's where we'd done the shopping video with Varley, and he'd left it at our old flat where we lived at the time, obviously, and there's a note, and it's like Jake's download stuff, and then I've just written like what I've eaten of it. It's like squares eaten, crisps eaten, some bites eaten.
I'll get you it all back, Jake, promise. No. You just go without Jake.
Jake came out on top anyway. He did all right, bless him. Yeah. He's got the Monster Energy deal now, apparently.
Exactly, yeah, just without announcing it. God, I remember. I used to love those like those nuts that had like a crispy coating on them, but they were like proper thick. It was like, I don't know if they were
Peanuts.
Japanese. They were, I don't know, I can't remember what they were. But it was like proper thick, weird coatings, and they'd have like, some would be like seaweed flavoured and really strange. Don't know what they're called, but I used to love them.
I know you used to be a big fan of the other like nuts and grains and what have you.
You were more of a zoo person, weren't you, than nuts?
Yeah, those magazines are strange. Do you ever buy like Zoo or Nuts?
Yeah.
For anyone not listening, that's like a soft porn magazine.
For anyone not listening.
For anyone not listening, open your ears. For anyone who's not from the UK or not from the same generation as us, Zoo and Nuts were like two competing. And you had FHM, which was a bit more higher class.
Yeah, it was like the sexy Vogue.
Yeah. And it was basically like topless women, but like it wasn't strictly a porn mag.
It was lads mags.
I never had one.
Did you not?
No.
I was in military, so it was like a common thing to buy one and pass it around.
Military issue, pass it around.
No,
look at the tits on her.
You'd
just have such a fucking dense behaviour in it.
It is. Like you go in T-bar and you'd have a read and then you put it down and someone's like, do you mind if I have a read of that? And then it'd just get
cracking pair.
And it was just shit like that.
I won't kick her out bed if she farted.
Didn't have any fucking...
You can't have her in bed.
Didn't have a Sudoku though.
So a strange phenomenon that you might not know about is the official PlayStation 2 magazine kind of turned into like that.
Well, look at Lara Croft, like it's gone.
But not so much with Lara Croft, but like, though they did have like a really cool cover of like Lara like in like a sultry dress. Is that the right? Like
really?
But we're talking like late PS1, early PS2 era. So it wasn't inherently meant to be like, I'm turned on by this. It was just like a cool take. But the PS2 magazine in like the mid 2000s turned into like this just lad fest, and they had like this section. This is a gaming magazine, right, for PS2 game reviews and previews.
Nerds, basically.
And they had this section because they were trying to capture because they were trying to show that like gaming isn't for nerds.
Yeah,
it's for like the lads like us, like the lads, hey. And they had this segment where you could send in like a half-dressed photo of your missus, and then the PlayStation magazine would like rate it.
God, that's just awful.
I know.
That's basically like that's. Imagine if you were someone's bird and they'd just done that.
It's mental. I'll try and find an example of one of them.
I'm amazed. Like that shouldn't be allowed in a gaming mag. What's that got to do with gaming?
It was all just to get.
I don't understand if they were doing jokey ones where it was like Lady Crash,
Coco
from Crash Bandicoot, and she's semi-naked. Like that'd be funny. Lara Croft, very obvious one. Don't know any other female game. The one from Resident Evil. Don't know her name. Never played it. But yeah,
you keep them talking. I'm gonna look for this.
We all know it turns out very bad when I keep them talking.
Here's the Lara.
That worked.
No, I've not found it yet, but like, here's sexy Lara.
I remember that. The main one I remember is when she's like big up front in tank top and shorts. You know, her original outfit.
I love vintage PlayStation magazines. I've got a few. The problem is once you've read
that era.
Once you've read one, you've read it. But where's the Rate My Girlfriend bit? Fucking.
I still love the cheat books that you'd get with them. And they always had that page in back for adding your own cheats. And I'm like, well, you've given me all the cheats. Well, I don't know. I'm not going to find cheats myself. But
it's a shame that it's a shame cheats have kind of fallen away. I hope when GTA 6 comes out, they
well, it's because they made it fuck up your gameplay, didn't they? It's like if you put in a cheat code, it's like it just doesn't. It's not the same.
But
you can't win the game with cheats.
I think they should have a mode where like you can put a cheat code in, and it. Sorry, I'm still looking for the. Okay, well, do you know what? I can't find it, so I'll re-engage. But yeah, it was terrible.
Yeah, like.
They should have a thing where like it on GTA 6 it should have a load of cheats like San Andreas did, because GTA 5 has cheats, but they're just like spawn vehicles and weapons and whatever. It's quite boring. Have all those dumb cheats, and as soon as you put a cheat in, it duplicates your save file.
Yeah,
and then you can't progress in that session, and you can't corrupt your existing save file.
Yeah.
But you're then just on like a one-time solo session of just whatever you want to do.
Yeah, and then once you've finished having your fun, just go back to your original save. Like, yeah, there'll be so much more fun. But I'd like it so that you can play it multiplayer with cheats. Like,
yeah, I mean, there is such a.
Or just give us modding.
If you think about mods, that's what I was just going to say. If you think about mods, there's such a, and Rockstar will be all over this, I'm sure, after GTA 5's
I mean, if we thought
success.
of it, they thought of it.
Yeah, of course. But like, how good would that be if there was like, I say mods, but they're like not mods because they're built into the game and you don't have to install them yourself.
Yeah.
But like just the option to have like, right, we're going to go into a session and we're going to play with pistols and the pistol's going to shoot out the bus.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? And
like,
then just see how much fun you have with that.
But with the modern consoles, like they're a lot more powerful. Surely they're able to like, essentially, in my head, it's going to be like Minecraft servers, where you can create one with your friends and just do whatever you want.
They can do
like
that.
You input different seeds and it's a brand new like map and stuff for you.
With the map, I mean, it's doable.
Not like a full, obviously, like it'd still have to be the same basic outline of the map, otherwise it'd be ridiculous. But like, suddenly the buildings are made of lava. Like, just dumb shit.
I mean, it's all possible. It's just how much control Rockstar want to retain over like their visual identity of their city that they've built.
Yeah.
But I mean, you could have a server with mods on and join that, which people do on GTA 5 on PC, and it looks great.
I don't want a PC though. I want it on a console. I've never liked PC gaming.
Same.
It's just
I'm sat up to the desk playing my game.
Yeah, it's like I want to be in bed.
I am in the hallway playing my game. It's a fucking.
I must close the door and be quiet.
Oh fucking hell! My computer can't play this game. That's what I'm so not about it. I'm so not about PC gaming, man.
It's just.
I'd rather wait 18 months for GTA 6 more than you.
But consoles are the one. Like it's always been a console for me. There's never been a second thought of like, oh, you know what? I won't mind.
What was your first console?
It was sort of my own personal one was Game Boy Color.
Really portable.
Yeah. Then
I think that was maybe my second.
Really, my dad had PS1, which I used to always use. We had a Dreamcast as well.
Oh, cool.
I think he had a Nintendo 64. Can't remember that one as well. But my personal one, I had Game Boy Color. Got it with Pokemon Yellow. When it first came out, absolutely adored it, but it didn't get me the Pikachu one. One
of the few games that wasn't a Game Boy Color game, but when you ran it on the Game Boy Color, it improved it because it added a color palette to it, which was quite cool.
Pokemon
Yellow is an original Game Boy game, but when you play it on the Color,
so it's Game Boy Color on cartridge.
Maybe it's a later revision. It shouldn't do on a yellow one.
I never knew that.
Yeah.
As if. But then I got a PS2, and I got GTA 3 with that.
No classic.
But no memory card.
I feel like we talked about this recently.
We talk about it quite regularly.
Yeah, the no memory card.
No memory card for over a year. So my hands
over
are all
a year with no memory card, man.
Yeah, played the start to GTA 3 so many times.
Isn't it insane? Because if I had a kid, obviously I'm from a totally different background as like my parents, a totally different era. But if I had a kid and they're like, Dad, you're a great dad and cool, and I want the PS6, I would make sure I got them everything they needed to play that game. I would look into is there a memory card?
Yeah, especially if you've got the PS5. Like my dad had PS1.
Yeah, he had a PS1 and he knew how the memory card system worked, and you still didn't get your fucking memory card for a year, mate.
Ridiculous.
For a full year with no memory card. Christ, that intro scene, that dreary intro of GTA 3 must play over in your fucking head all the time.
It does, yeah. It wasn't until the next year. I got one off my auntie because I must have told someone that I needed a memory card because it had been a full year.
Did you bring that up, or was it a case of like your dad just noticed?
I'll brought it up.
So it wasn't like your dad's like, oh, you keep doing this exact same bit of this game.
No, I had to bring it up, and I got that and Ty the Tasmanian Tiger for Christmas, and absolutely adored that game. Fake Crash won it.
Yeah, I mean, it was one of those many kind of attempts to create a mascot type character of like, you know, lovable, like anthropomorphic fucking animal of some kind. There was loads of them. Gex, the gecko, if you remember that. Sly Raccoon, which
never played Sly.
I never did either. I never did. It did, yeah. It was probably one of the better ones. I never played that. I never played Gex. I never played Ty.
Jack and Daxter. I love Jack and Daxter.
I really enjoyed Jak 3. I thought it was a real mature, like, it was Naughty Dog's turning point into like, actually they're kind of going to make something a bit more serious. And then they made a kart racing game after that, which undid that. But
yeah, fucking a full year. Just I have no idea how I survived. Looking back now, like, I don't understand why I didn't make more of an effort to try and get one, or like just mention it to someone, or like, Dad, can you spend 20 quid on me, seeing as I only see you 4 days a month? Like, would you mind getting me a memory card?
I only see you 4 days a month, Dad. I don't want to see you. I want to play GTA.
I want to play GTA, and you know, you don't pay any fucking child credits or whatever they're called. I don't have a kid, so I don't have a clue what they're called. What is it?
Child support?
Child support, yeah. Never paid child support. So it was like, just buy me a fucking memory card for 20 quid. That can be a child support your child in many ways.
Let me ask you a random question, deviating from this. Why was your dad at the Slam Dunk after party? That was a nice surprise seeing it.
So he was...
I couldn't believe it. I was hammered. I was on my way out. I was like, fucking hell, good to see you.
He dropped me a message through the day. Like, he was out drinking in town with his mates. And I was like, nah, I'm out. I'm at Slam Dunk until, like, I won't be back in town until, like, midnight-ish, maybe a bit later. Depends on... Like, I don't know what time everything's on until. And he was like, all right, then no worries. I'll drop you a message if I'm still about. And then he dropped me a message saying he's still about. And once I'd left the festival, it's like, because I didn't have signal until I'd left the after party, which was boring.
Yeah, it always is, mate. Those like AAA staff after parties, they're always dead.
It's just like...
I mean, I'm not saying that
it was a work call.
Oh, okay.
I'll be 2 seconds.
Cool. All right, yeah, it's all good. For those of you that don't know, and we got some good news about Dan's work coming up soon. But for those of you that don't know, so after a festival, there's usually like an after party at all festivals mainly, for like people with like AAA access or staff members and stuff, and for a lot of people, and particularly the actual staff and the actual organisers, it's a great way to celebrate and to blow off some steam. And the one at Leeds Fest is particularly excellent, and one of the few that I actually entertain because it's one that just don't feel like a fucking dick sucking contest, to be honest. But Dan went to that, and as he's just said, it was boring, which it always is. We were kind of calling him a sellout for going to that, but hey, you live and you learn. So we'd gone to the standard after party in the Belgrave, and then just as I'm coming out of Belgrave, because I was liaising with Dan to try and get a key, because I was going home, not that kind of key, I was going to bed. And his dad's just there. I've met his dad a few times, and obviously I don't know his dad super well, but it's nice to see her. I think especially when you don't have a dad anymore, you automatically hold your friends' dads in like a much higher regard and respect. Like, I was on a video call with Bridie, and he was with his dad, and it was like, oh, I'm fucking, just pay your respects while you can, I guess, because we ain't getting any younger. Fucking hell. So yeah, it's my birthday today. I'll just go on a little tangent while we wait for Dan to come back. I'm 33, and I'm recording 2 podcasts today, and I've also got to do an ad read. But as soon as this is done, I'm going to get a coffee and a donut. And donuts have become a bit like trendy now, aren't they? Like, it's kind of trendy to have a donut. And because of that, they've become like £5. But it's my birthday, so I'm going to have one. It's like a vegan donut, like these big ones, like a Simpsons style donut. And can't fucking wait, to be honest. And it's a place called Coffee Boy. And we've got like a little list of like coffee places and taco places and we've ranked them all like based on our experience in those places. And Coffee Boy is at the top. It's nothing fancy, but it's just a nice little something to do for my birthday. I was also gonna go and me and Dan just signed on for another year at this flat, this amazing flat that we love so much, and I would sign on for another 5 years if I could. But we just got that confirmed for another year, so that eases some anxiety, which means I can now look at buying a parking space, which means I can go and get my car back, which has been in the garage now since January. And I would like to go and get it today, but it looks a bit like rain and my wipers don't work. So I don't want to juggle that. So I'm not going to do that, but I am maybe going to see my mum and excuse me, and probably have a coffee with her and hopefully redeem some fun coupons from a card. But speaking of what Dan was talking about with the memory card, so I had, I don't know if we spoke about this already, me and Raz. I apologize if we did on the podcast, but I had a PSP and it came with a 32 megabyte memory stick, and that just isn't enough to achieve anything. And instead of just vocalizing like, I need a bigger memory stick, Mum, Raz has got a 1 gig one. I just lived within my 32 megabyte means. All right, we are back. Welcome back, Dan.
I'm back. Had a work call.
Working hard, hardly working.
I'll be hardly working. Well, I'll be working hard again soon.
Why? Go on.
Because I got a new job.
Danny White got a new job.
I handed my resignation in today. So at the end of June, I will no longer be a salesperson. I'll be going back to engineering.
Excellent.
I can't fucking wait. I'm so sick of the targeted sales life and everything. Like, we're not making sales. What's going on? What's going, like, fuck off. It's not my fault. But yeah, I can't wait to get back to it.
Yeah, man.
Get hands
Been
on
a
with
long time
tools.
coming.
Get back to good money.
Let me know
as
if
well.
you need any tips on how to use a screwdriver or anything. I got the Linus Tech Tips one over there on the desk.
They've actually asked me if I can bring that in with me to work every day. So
Well, you have to buy one then. What?
shit.
It's not really your colour, that one.
But no, it seems very good. Like, I don't have to buy any tools as well. Normally, you have to take your own toolkit.
Get all the Amazon basics.
These supply it all for you.
That's cool. I was looking at Snap-on. I know Snap-on's expensive.
Possibly the most expensive.
Well, this is kind of what I'm getting to. So I was looking at, the lovely big like rolling like tool chests, and they sell one of them. And bear in mind, it's just a toolbox when it comes down to it.
Yeah.
And I understand that like it'll have like quality of life features.
It's got lifetime warranty.
Okay, yeah, fair enough.
That's one of the main selling points of it. If it breaks, you get a new one.
28 grand.
Yeah, fucking ridiculous, isn't it?
But like for lifetime warranty, like that's not enough. Like I want lifetime warranty is the lifetime of a fly. I want for 28 grand, how much possible value are you getting out of a toolbox?
I don't know.
I get that you can run power through it, and I know it might have like soft close and like lined drawers or like whatever.
But you know what? So do Clarks, which are British made. They're not lifetime warranty, but they're fucking long lasting.
But how much
And
less
they're great.
than 28 grand do they cost for the big
less.
one?
A lot less.
So you could buy it probably a lifetime supply. And
yeah,
still have some
you
change.
can get like 2 or 3, I imagine, for the same price as a Snap-on. But it's the way. What I've noticed is they absolutely hound apprentices. So apprentices, when they first start at an engineering company, at a certain point they're going to have to build their toolkit.
Yep.
Because, oh, fuck's sake, work on.
Oh, fuck, mate. Can't you ignore this one? Well, guys, I'm going to wrap up solo because it seems that Dan is preoccupied, which I'd wait normally, but it is my birthday and I've done a lot of podcast work in the last few days, so we'll call it there. I'm sorry that it's a bit of a shorter one. Hopefully this got you through maybe half your lunch break or something. I do want to say thanks for all the love on the podcast. We get a lot of like really kind of focused, specific love and constructive criticism on the podcast. It's really like something I overlook sometimes, and then when I take a peek back into it, I'm like, oh, this is actually a great asset that we've got this little podcast. So thanks so much for engaging and tuning in. Do let us know what you want to see on this. Like, this is kind of your platform, as is the main channel. We want to produce content that you enjoy, and I think for the most part we hit the nail on the head there. We're never going to please everyone, but I think our approval rates are very high. It's certainly industry leading. and couldn't be happier. But with the podcast, we can kind of do anything. We can talk about anything. We can do whatever we need to. So just let us know what you want to see, what you want to hear, who you want us to have on. I was thinking about getting some guests. We've been back and forth with the guests kind of conversation a few times, and we land on, oh, no, it's not right. Or, yeah, maybe we should do it, but who, blah, blah, blah. So let us know if there's anything like that, or if you know anyone that would be good to come on, then we can maybe, make an exception and get someone on there. But we'll leave it at that for now. Thanks so much for tuning in. I'm sorry that this was a shorter one, but as you see, our talent for the day had to fuck off. But do wish him luck in his new role, and pray that hopefully he can still come to DEFCON 1, because we've already got him a ticket, to the bastard. Right. Thanks very much, and we'll see you next time. Bye-bye.